with Glenn Velvet Reviews today. And we're working on another installation video. We are going to cover this front window now. If you're following along with the videos, we are turning over this apartment. So we need to get it rented again. So pretty much that's what's going on. I told you these tenants had a baby, so they're moving out. So we want to just spruce it up a little bit. Luckily, we don't got to put that much work into this unit, so we're kind of happy about that. And so we want to cover this up a little bit, put on some blinds. We picked out the mini blinds. We just picked out whatever they had on discount because we don't know everybody's style, you know what I mean? And this isn't the type of unit that you would, pre-furnish it and put stuff up. And this is not that type of unit. This is something where, people move in here, they bring in a couple things, move out, you know what I mean? It's not really like, kind of what I'm explaining. So that's the reason why getting something custom, people might not even like it when they show up and be like, that's not what they're into. So these are really generic. That's the reason why we got them. So hypothetically, if they want to change them out, we won't be heartbroken because they weren't so expensive. Get what I'm saying? So these ones are the bare basic, just to block in the sun. We noticed when trying to rent apartments out, a lot of requests that we have had in the past with people coming to check out the apartments would be can they have a couple more things that they do not have to buy? Because when people leave your apartment, if they might be going to another apartment that already has all this window stuff, they might be buying a house where they want to pick out their own stuff for the house. You know what I mean? So them having to come into your apartment, your property, and then having to furnish it, and then maybe they're wasting all their money, that's kind of doesn't make sense for them. So to be fair to your tenants and to be good on the market and be competitive, it's a good idea to throw in stuff like this that people are going to see, and then they know they don't have to buy, move in easily, and have a good expectation, right? Have a good premium service that you are offering to your tenants. You know what I mean? And be proud of what you do. Be proud of being a landlord. Pretty much is what I'm telling you. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on. I measured this out. I always like to put the measuring instruments in here to help you guys out, so I can tell you the reason of why what we got. So over on this window, guys, we decided to do, since it's a picture window, we decided to just do, one in the center, two small ones on the side. And the reason why we didn't get one big one is because I feel when there is one big one, there's just so much wear and tear, so much extra weight, because when people are pulling on something heavy, just like you would when you're home, when you lift something, you think it's heavy and you're like, whoa, right? And it's empty. Same exact thing with stuff like this. They're automatically going to put more force and their body weight on it because of the size they are looking at that they have to pull down or pull up. So automatically it's going to have more stress on it, something that big, if they're going to be moving it up and down. So just to let you know, you're better off having smaller sections in an apartment set up like this. More value to you, more beneficial to you, because if they break one, you just change it and you're done. The one big one, they break it, you have to change out that whole thing again, and it doesn't make sense, like I said. So that's kind of what's up. So what we did here, the measurement, we got 52 inches for the center. So I measured from the center first. That's what you're going to want to do, kind of get your center window of what you're going to want to cover, at least for this kind of window, and then measure out, because you don't know what size you're going to get. If you get custom sizes, you can get them any size. I got it. But like I told you, we get the value budget ones this way. We're not heartbroken when people don't want to use them, or if they want to add on to it. Like I said, it just helps out that it's a little furnished, that's all. So pretty much what I did was I measured, from seam to seam on here is what I did. And this is how I got, technically it's 51 and, technically it's 51.5 inches, but they do not have that. So that's why I'm showing you how to do it properly and not just go and mess it all up and measure it and return. And why waste your time if you don't have to? Your time's valuable, my time's valuable, let's value our time, right? So instead of going back and forth and wasting that time that we really can't get back, let's see what's up, measure it correctly the first time, go there and see what's up. So to always help, I always put a center line on stuff. I didn't do that over here, but I guess this would be the center line. This screw right here is what I'm thinking, but it more so looks like this right here. So that's what I did. So I measured 52. It's like I said, 51.5, but I can add a little bit and then just take it away on the sides. And then I measured the sides out, and they're about 27 inches, and we can give or take. I have a little bit on the side, so try to center line when you're measuring, like I did on the side, and then if you're center line it in the middle when you're measuring. This way, when you go to the store and they don't have your size, guys, you have a ½ inch that you can mess with and move over. You get what I mean? Because if you measure it exactly to the end, you get to the store, they don't have your size, you can go down, but you just don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just trying to give you more flexibility and stuff. So like I said, we're not wasting time, we're moving forward. Like I said, we just got the ones that were at Home Depot. They are the best budget-friendly ones that we saw. Amazon, I guess because of the size, shipping and stuff, there is a little bit of a price on them. So you're paying pretty much for this quality, guys, compared to Amazon. You can get these at Home Depot for this set, 60 bucks. And if you do it on Amazon for the same quality, it's it's $90. You get what I mean? So it's a good percentage more is what I'm saying to get the same quality. I don't know if you're gonna get, the really high ones that are like, $150 each blind. Maybe on Amazon, then you're gonna get a good value. But since I don't shop like that, if you guys watch my channel, that's not how I roll. I'm very budget friendly and frugal and try to, make stuff last and get the most out of it. And I like to see value in everything I buy and do and fix and, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You guys seen that. So let's open these up. Like I said, these don't really have a brand. They're like a generic Home Depot brand from what I see right here. Because see, it says Home Depot, so that's kind of it. It says distributed by Home Depot, so it is the Home Depot ones, okay? So we just went with the white color, very simple, you know that. It's a generic, they have alabaster, whatever, and that's a little bit like an off-white. I don't know, everything's depending on what you're gonna do, but like when you're doing these generic ones, there's only so many colors, So I'm guessing this is the same thing like the other, 10 that we installed together, because we installed a bunch of different ones together. So it's probably very similar. So they got a cap on here. That cap, I guess, just must have came off. So that'll just be pushed on like so. All right, so they give you 3 guys, and make sure when you're separating these evenly, remember there's a piece of plastic up here. You can't put the bracket on there. So just make sure that you're gonna put it, in the proper location. See, this says up like this. It's gonna go like so, and then it's just gonna snap into here very easily. Like I said, you've seen me install the other ones, and they make it very easy. All right, everyone. So let's keep going and getting these things installed over here. I'm gonna try to use the existing holes because when someone painted here, guys, they, spackled, whatever, just filled in the holes the best they could. So there's already holes here. So if you already have holes and they're, within reason and you can just use those existing holes, just do that instead. Think about it. You don't want to have all holes over here unless you're going to replace this at some point. I don't know what your plans are. But I don't want to replace this anytime soon until, because we're working on so many other projects as you've seen. So I don't want to replace this yet. That'll be a whole nother thing that we'll be doing, So anyway, I'm just going to try to use the existing holes because we got like some here, some here, some here. There's probably like 8 brackets of holes in here. So I might as well use a couple of them instead of just making more choppity mess, okay? So just to let you know. So I'm going to aim for at least this middle one right here. It looks like someone used this. So, not like a little bit of sawdust in my coffee. Now guys, I'm not using the exact screws, okay, that they provided, because I am a big fan of these screws. These are called lath screws, I guess. They usually use them to hold on like metal wiring, mesh wiring. They use them, a lot of different things they have, and they have these in self-tappers, metal, self-drilling as well. These are really cool screws, guys. The only reason I like them is because look at the size of that head. You almost never need a washer, okay? Like 90% of the time you never need a you don't need a washer with these kind of heads. That's why I love it, only in the extreme. Because with a lot of other things, it's like I find out like 60% of the time, 50% of the time, I would need washers on a lot of the other screws that I would be, using. And I'm like, this is so dumb. I want to be ready, do the job, right the first time, get it up, secure it, leave, and work on the next project, and let's move forward, right? Alright guys, so I did a boo-boo. I put this one upside down. I wasn't paying attention because I was focusing on the thing. But it doesn't matter, the holes are in the same position pretty much, so you just gotta just drill them in. You know, I just gotta use those same holes pretty much. Alright guys, all done. Make sure there's no dust in there, and then these just snap right in. I'm pretty sure usually you hung, because I've done so many of these, but I think it's just, you put them on the top right here guys, hook it on, and then you kind of just push it in, and you should hear some kind of snap. Just make sure it's exactly, you know, where you need to position it. Alright guys, so you saw pretty much what went on there, just to let you know. I know I'm going to fast forward the video, but if your wall is not going to be completely straight, completely flat, or whatever, as you guys can see in the middle here, this sticks out like 1/8 of an inch. So the problem is when you're trying to snap in this, the middle was pushing it all out, and that just is not going to work. Just to let you know. Now as for the 52-inch that we did get, if you notice, I put two on each side, got rid of the middle one, and it's completely fine. Look. That's not going to come down. Look, I'm going up, I'm going down, and you can see there is no bend in it at all. So make sure that you do check that if you are just going to use the 2 brackets, because your wall is not going to be completely flush. You know, not everything's perfect, right? And that's almost every house you run into is not 100% perfect. So you're going to find stuff like this, just to let you know, and you're just going to have to mess around with it like I did. It was very easy just to figure that out. I was pushing it in, and then I saw this middle was being pushed out, and then the 2 wouldn't be able to go, okay? Very like common sense. You're probably going to run into something just as similar. And just to show you, with these evened out on both sides, there is absolutely no sway or anything, so you could feel comfortable that this is not going to come off. And look, I'm pulling on it. Look at that. I mean, unless you're going to hang 20 pounds on it, you don't have to worry about anything happening. So that's about it for the installation on this 52-inch. Let's get to the sides so we can do a full review, because not everybody is just doing one window. Some people are going to be doing a picture window, or you can have the, you know, the 4 bay windows. I know we have that in one of our other units. One of our other rental units does have the 4 bay, but that one you would do something a little bit different. I don't know if I did a review when we installed stuff for that window, but we did 4 separate ones. So this one's going to be the picture window, just like this is how at least we would do it. Less wear and tear. Some people only would want to open up 1, maybe open up 2. There's more to deal with than what I told you with doing the 1, where there's just so much more stress on the wood, so much more stress on everything if you go with that bigger size, all right? So let's continue with the installation, pop in the rest, and we can get a finished review of this. All right, so make sure when you are doing this, you know, you remember that the front is going to have this on it when you are measuring it up, because I told you, when you're going to be doing these brackets, even for, you know, any size, you can't be in the way of all the mechanical stuff that's up here, okay? You're going to have an issue. It's not going to go in properly. Just to let you know, you don't want to mess up like that. So just make sure it's all lined up and we see what's up. So we're going to go with ours just like this. Make it a very simple kind of thing. But the point is to block out the sun. So you do, you know, since these aren't the best quality, guys, you don't have, you know, high expectations for these kind. Like I said, only put these in rental units, ones that you don't care about, ones that if they don't want it, they can change them out, and you're not going to feel bad because you didn't spend a lot on them. You know what I mean? Like the budget ones like this. So when you're going to be doing that, like I said, as we can see here, you're going to want to make sure that you put these up as close as possible to each other. So this way, when you're pulling this down to block out the sunlight, because that's the point of these won't really have a gap. Because if you're going to try to center it, you know, and move it over to the edge of this or anything, you're going to have a space here, and then you defeated the purpose of putting these up. I mean, maybe if you just want it for cosmetic, but if you see my videos, I am not big into cosmetic. I like a lot of things to be useful and have a lot of value. Cosmetic kind of comes second and is the bonus to that, and that's kind of how I roll, because, you know, I just love to have more use out of things than just making it look pretty. I just feel we can get farther in life with stuff like that, you know what I mean? All right, I think we're looking pretty good, guys. So it does seem like the, the stick. So the stick is, going to be different sizes. 52 inch is going to be a little bit different, okay? And it's even a different design. All right, guys. So these are the installation reviews that are on the 27-inch. They probably are a little bit different. That's the reason why I wanted to make sure I show you guys. You can give that a pause. Hopefully with the window it's not too bad, but you can see the difference, that these are different instructions a little bit, okay? Just so I like to show you both of them. All right, everyone. So that is it for Glen Velvet Reviews on the installation and a small review of this kind of window setup and what you can expect it to look like, how simple it was, how quick it was, and how efficiently, I guess, budget-friendly it was as well to pop this up and make the apartment easier and nicer for the tenants. Just like I said, they don't have to think about, buying this on their way in. They have other stuff on their mind. A lot of people do. So the more you can help them out, the more, you're just going to be competitive to the market, following, around. You know what I mean? Well, surrounding you is what I mean. So pretty much that's what's up. That's what's going on. These are what these look like. Let's pull them down all the way so you guys can get a little better thing here. Turn them down and see what we got. Here we go. What do you guys think? I think they're pretty good for the money, for the price that we paid, guys, for what they're gonna get and the expectation when the tenants are here. I think this is really gonna go. I mean, yeah, it's not really bright out like that, but still, this is not gonna at least have all that glare in there, okay? And then if you want, they can open it like this, and now they can see what's going on without, people being able to, look in here. I mean, I've been on that highway, guys. Looking in here is very, very difficult. You have to have binoculars and really be studying the house here. And I don't know why you would do that anyway, unless, I'm in my birthday suit or something like that, and you guys want a nice surprise, then I guess that'll be cool. But other than that, I really don't understand why you'd want to look in here anyway. I've installed a lot of these kind, guys, in a bunch of different houses and a bunch of different places, honestly, just to help people out as well. And I've installed them for them, and it's been 5-6 years since I think I installed the first, cheap brand, I guess, because I did nicer ones before. And 6 years, haven't had a problem unless they were deliberately, broken by an aggressive individual. But that's it for Glen Velvet Reviews on the installation on this. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I would love to know. Also, subscribe to my channel. Join me on my review adventures as I try to put up stuff to help out the community, just like I get help from the community, all right? And you can, unless you dislike me for any reason, you can support the channel by clicking on those affiliate links below. Somehow, someway, times a million equals into something. But from what I saw, there are other ways to support the channel on YouTube. And if you do decide to support the channel, please make sure you come back, see that I'm putting that support back into it, getting more stuff to review, doing updates on the items so we know we're getting a good value, and also helping my subscribers with any questions they have on the products I already reviewed. All right, so everybody enjoy. Be safe, and Velvet Reviews is out. Bye-bye, everybody, and I will see you later.